like to alter the protocol a little bit because this has become necessary because of the insinuation that has filled the air since last night when I came in. I'd like to explain to the Akwa Ibom people the position today that government has adopted. And I'd like to allow the Akwa Ibom people to judge for themselves what the truth is, because of the several insinuations and misunderstanding that is being created in the minds of people by people who failed at the poll to win an election, and they feel they can turn around and divide the state by whipping up ethnic sentiments. That is not going to be possible under this administration. Before I came into office, my dear brothers and sisters, the paramount rulers of Akwa Ibom had met in a meeting. Themselves, I was just a witness to that meeting. And they had an understanding and an agreement amongst themselves. I mean the 31 paramount rulers in Akwa Ibom, apart from those that were sick or deceased. They had agreed that to enable Akwa Ibom play a role in the National Traditional Rulers Council, there was a need to elevate the Traditional Rulers Council to now be called the Supreme Council of Traditional Rulers, headed by a President General that they had for 4 years. I didn't appoint. And that President General, incidentally, is the Okwu Ibom Ibibio. And along with him, they now chose a Vice President General 1, the Nkuku Anna. They chose Vice President General 2, the Ata Oro. And then they agreed among themselves. They said that will represent the Supreme Council of the Traditional Rulers for the purposes of playing at the national level. And they now agreed at that meeting to rotate the chairmanship of the Traditional Rulers Council of the state, as it has always been. That decision was taken without my interference. And all, I mean all, and I like any traditional ruler from any part of this state to stand up boldly and say he was not at that meeting. There was only one suggestion from the paramount ruler of Itu, who said there should be a slight modification. And that slight modification was well taken, creating the other 2 offices. To make that possible, we needed to back it up by law. And so when I came into office, we had to consult, and then the bill was sent to the House of Assembly to make into law, bring into law what they already had agreed. And so the bill went to the House of Assembly, went through, and I understand there was a public hearing. The bill was passed, and I came back yesterday and signed the bill into law. That is what I did. I believe that doing that was to honor our royal fathers. And as a governor, I expected them to invite me as their son to thank me for respecting their wishes and following up what they wanted. I did not originate the bill. I did not even have a part in that bill. So the issue where people who should have stood election and win are now trying to come through the back door and confuse the Akwa Ibom people is completely unacceptable. Completely unacceptable. I ran for office as governor of Akwa Ibom State, for the Ibibios, for the Anans, for the Oron, for everyone, and I will respect that until the day I leave office. And so this is not anything to whip up ethnic sentiments. I like our brothers to know, and they need to go back and ask their traditional rulers, were you there at that meeting? What did you say at that meeting? Did you object at that meeting? Was Pastor Omoino there at that meeting? And so why are we trying to whip up sentiments that are not necessary? So I'd like to please ask Akwa Ibom people that we discountenance all of this. There is no Ibibio, there's no Anang, there's no Ron, there's no Ijagam, there's no anybody. We have Akwa Ibom State. And I am governor of Akwa Ibom State. But I must have the courage as a governor to do what is right. And that is what I have done. We need to respect the wishes of our fathers themselves. We must thank the House of Assembly for respecting the wishes of our royal fathers. And so I do not understand why I was told earlier this morning some people led a protest. We know them. We know who they are. We know what they want to do. But we will not allow them to do it. The time has passed where any group of people will think that they will concentrate power in their hands and dictate to a sitting governor what should happen in a state. I will be on the side of the people. I will always be on the side of the people. That is the story, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. And if any of them will counter what I've said today, I'd like to meet them face to face and let God bear me witness. Enough of allowing politicians to hijack our traditional institutions and mess the traditional institutions. I'd like to request our royal fathers to maintain the sanctity of their offices, maintain their dignity, and do not allow politicians to take them for granted.
Royalty TV. Passion for the needy.